Well, let's move into the training camp.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting as well. I mean, it was only a night.
How'd you get invited there?
The thing is, I asked my contact. I mean, usually what I do is before I travel there, I ask him for what I'm looking to achieve while there, and he's like, "All right." So that was not in the plan. The training camp was not in the plan. The training camp came only after I bumped into another journalist in Culiacan, and apparently they've been scammed. Like someone told them that they were gonna be able to go to a training camp and do this and that, and then nothing happened. So we knew we met each other and was like, okay, I'm a journalist too, and I'm a producer and this and that, and then we went off. I offered them like, okay, yeah, I mean, yes, for sure, let's give it a try. Of course, I charge my regular fee as a producer for them, and I was like, yeah, I'll charge you this if you have this amount of money, and then let's go, let's try and do it. I'm gonna call my contacts. Can't promise you anything. So I had a meeting in my hotel room with my source. He always, even if he trusts me, he always scan me with a thing to make sure that I don't have cameras, microphones, all that shit, you know. And I had a microphone in me from the production, but it was a lavalier. It was not hidden, you know. It was.
Yeah.
And so this guy started scanning me, and he's like, beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, no, man, it's not a hidden microphone. Don't get me wrong. It's from the production because I'm being interviewed and all that stuff. So I was like, all right. And I told him that these guys wanted in to a training camp. And he was like, yeah, let me call the chavalones, the youngsters, and see if they're willing to take us there. Are they taking cameras? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, nah, just cell phones. And I'm like, undoable, man. These guys are a full TV crew, so we need a big camera inside. And he was like, okay, let's give it a try. And we went there. We went to the training camp, which was basically just a ranch in the outskirts of Culiacan, with a bunch of people wearing tactical suits, you know, like military, and a guy giving instructions. The instructions were basically how to properly grab an AK, how to shoot it, because they switched something, which I don't know, you might know. They switched something out of the AKs to making what they call ráfagos, which it's making them, I don't know,
Fully automatic.
fully automatic, I guess, yes, because
It's a sear.
exactly, yeah, they do that at an armory. So they're teaching them how to use a different sort of or a fixed AK-47.
Wow.
So he was just giving instructions, you know, like at the count of 3, you guys have to shoot at the same target or different targets. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, and you will hear like a bunch of them. There were like 7 or 8 of them.
7 or 8.
7 or 8 kids, like 20 something years old.
Do you know what they were training for?
They were going to be deployed into Zacatecas, I think. Zacatecas or Durango, I can't remember. They're having a huge fight in that territory, so they were going to be deployed there to go and fight against another group, which was actually against Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación. And they were like the new trainees, I guess. So, yeah, we saw that. We saw them shooting.
How long is the training camp, did you ask?
No, I didn't ask, but they only allowed me to be there for 2 hours.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of other older people driving armored vehicles around that area, just like surveilling and doing all that stuff.
Do you have footage of this stuff?
I have footage only of the shooting range, of the shooting. And it's not great footage because it was way in the dark and we only had the lights from the pickup trucks pointing at them so I can actually film something. So the thing didn't go really well in terms of what the TV production was expecting to see, because they were expecting to see a proper, you know, U.S. military training camp, you know.
Yeah.
They were asking if we could do that by sunset because sunset light is better for TV, and where were the ropes? They were like, you know, where were like that. So, I mean, yeah.
Hollywood.
Yes, they wanted to make everything look like Hollywood-like stuff, you know, and so
this is what you guys do for real, right? Okay, let's just make it all fake.
It's like, yeah, exactly. So, man, that was something, and so these part of the TV crew made a comment, and she said something like, "You're supposed to be the most powerful organization in the world, and I'm not seeing that." So my contact kind of was like, what are you talking about? This is what it is. And then we left. And then I was getting ready to go out dinner in my room, and my contact called me and said like, "Hey man, are you with this person?" And I'm like, "Well, that person is in the room, but it's not here with me in my room." And it was like, "Can you both guys come downstairs and talk to me? Because I need to tell you something." And I'm like, "There's no way. I just let it go. I know you're angry about what this person said, but just be cool, man." And he's like, "Do you think I need that money?" Because I shared some of my money with him, just because it was cool and that was out of the plan. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, you can have $1,000. Just go and have fun with your guys, or pay some of your guys for the time or whatever. I was just trying to be cool with him, in good terms. And he was like, you think I need a fucking grand? And he started like counting packs of hundreds, 10, 20, 30. He counted 40 grand. I have 40 grand with me right now. So let that person know that I don't need the fucking money, and to come and pick it up, please. And if she wants to show to see our power force, just peek out the window. And I went out the window, out the balcony, and there was like 10 pickup trucks full of armed people around in the parking lot of the hotel. And I'm talking, it's a nice hotel. It's not any like sketchy motel or whatever. In a nice, the nicest area around Culiacan, called Tres Rios. And I was like, holy man, you really need to de-escalate this. Just fucking leave, and it's all good. I mean, we weren't meant to disrespect you. And it's like, no, I'm cool with you, man. I'm cool with you. But your guys wanted to see power? Well, let them know that we're here. And I'm like, no, you know what? So I called the production and said like, this is happening. And they were like all scared. And we're like, well, should I call the embassy?